Upturning cherry, especially cherry Burl. This week's video is all about that. Watch till the end. I've got a bit of news that I'm excited. I'd like all of you to come along with the journey. See you there, guys. Got quite a nice collection of some cherry and cherry burls all mixed in on the pallet here. They've been out here drying out for a short while, not a great deal, so most of this wood here, particularly this piece here, is fairly heavy. But you know what? I'm going to take this one, put it on the lathe and see what I can make out of it. Follow me. Normally I'd turn a foot on this side of the bowl, then moving across here I would hollow out the immediate centre of the bowl. But I'm going to do this backwards this time. I'm going to turn the inside of the bowl from here due to the huge voids that are deep inside. I mean, there's just not enough meat here to continue with a bottom of a bowl on this side. This is definitely naturally going to be the inside of the bowl. And conversely, the bottom of the bowl here is going to take on a tenon. However, I've put in 3-inch screws, sorry, take that back, 2-inch screws to hold the faceplate on what normally would be the inside of the bowl. So I've got to make sure that I've got to have a tenon that's going to hold this bowl when it's got a little bit lighter and a little more rounder to hold it on the lathe. But we'll see. Stick with me, guys. So far it's been pretty violent time, as you've seen. Big chunks flying off. But I think it's going to be worthwhile, you know. Looking at the burl structure in this piece of cherry, it is truly amazing. So I can see things, good things coming out of this. Lots of voids. And of course the bottom, I'm a little concerned on the depth of these screws to hold this thing on the lathe. I have got the tailstock pushed up, as you see, but the inside, it's got some horrible holes that will have to be dealt with, and so that's the inside of the bowl. I really want to leave with the burl structure, and I really don't care about the size. So if it's going to get smaller, it's going to get smaller, but I'd like it to stay as big as it is right now. It's 18 inches in diameter. She's a big one, guys, a burler. Well, if you've been following me closely, it's been a fairly violent time turning this piece of wood. Yes, it is wet still, possibly around a 15% at least. It's certainly not dry anyway. The shavings that are coming off, in a lot of cases, just crumbling. In other cases, we do have the cuts coming through, but most of it's just crumbled off. On the edge of the bowl here, we can see that there's a lot of live edge, and I'm going to call it features as usual, and it certainly is. I'm going to seal this with clean armour, and that will certainly help in the wetness of the wood, but I'm not really mindful of that. I don't care if it's going to go in oval shape. This type of bowl is a piece that gets prettier with age. I've left the concave part of this bowl, and I'm certainly not going to fill any of these cracks any more than they have. I'm going to do that with a clean armour to seal it. It's certainly not going to crack any further or deeper. I may just shave that off because we've got a problem here on the bottom of the bowl. I'm just about a 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch away from the tip of these screws on the inside of the bowl. So I'm going to turn the bowl around, and normally we'd take a foot off, but in this case I don't have a foot. I'm going to make this a concave area here, probably about, I don't know, 1/2 inch for the bowl to sit on. Well, that's the plan. I'm going to get some sanding done first, get the bowl turned around, and I'll come back to you guys. Sanded to 400 grip, both sides, bottom, top, and I've just put a coat of, I've applied some alcohol to get rid of the dust and specks on the inside and outside of the bowl. And that's all before we're going to apply the sealer. It's the 750 sealer from Clean Armour, as you can see here. Used this before. You apply it straight on with a brush, just a nylon brush that I've used here, fixing the hairs in the brush with some CA glue so they don't come out. Always bad to have a hair stuck in the old finish. And this sealer will be dry within 2 minutes once I apply the UV light to set it off. So that's going to be the first application. Then I'm going to go through to the Clean Armour 757, which is a gloss. So stick with me on this one. Another project hits the dust. This one is quite a good one, a big one. It's a 16.5 inch bowl as it ended up, cherry. It's got the live edge pieces on the end. The amazing, if I get up close, sorry about the gloss, it's very, very shiny. You can see the Burl structure of this bowl and the actual shape of it, which took a bit of curry out of me to get it to that shape, I can tell you. The bowl gouge needed to be sideways, leftways, always to avoid any sorts of catches, simply because there's not an awful lot of grain that's going through here. It's all Burl material. Inside of the bowl, I'll just back away a little bit, you can see it came out quite a glossy, shiny finish, and it still weighs in at around 3.5 pounds, so it's not completely dry. and I expect it to be ovalized at some point in time. Now the bottom was a bit of a burler, as you can see. Got the badge at the bottom, and I filled those screw holes in, which were the faceplate anchors. I really didn't want to go to the bottom of those faceplates, or the faceplate screws. Didn't want to really get to the bottom, as they would be shining right through to the bottom. I'd say about 1/8 of an inch below. So I filled them up with wood paste, and yeah, they came out a treat actually. So there you have it, guys. Nice looking bowl there for the tabletop. The missus will certainly like it if that's where it's going to end up, or on Etsy. I haven't decided yet. It is a very nice looking grainy piece. So just a little bit of heads up. We've got a bit of property in 2 states away from where we live, and it's completely raw land, and there's an awful lot of timber on that particular piece of property. So you've already seen one video that I snatched up a bit of a burl, a maple burl. It turned out really well. The cherry didn't come from that, by the way. It was a mate of mine dropped some off after he was clearing some land. He's a land clearer, and I've used it up. So guys, if you want to take a look at the land, we've got a new channel starting up there. It's called Old North Homestead, and I'll put a link down below if you want to take a look at that channel. We'll be collecting quite a bit of wood. One of the things that I have set up there is a sawmill, and I'm really looking forward to cutting some thick slabs of the different types of timber that's on that property, bringing back to the lathe and turning out some good projects. Anyway guys, that's it for this week. Cheers.